Hello and welcome. It's my first vlog in a little while. I don't know exactly how long. I've been stood here for a minute or two trying to think of exactly when it was. I know it was before I went to Spiel in Essen, but could not tell you what it was other than that. There's been a lot going on, so I'm going to try and recap it as best as I can for you. So I finished my rice mini, and did my weigh-in video, and I think that was the last one that I did, and uploaded it. Decided I was going to take a couple of days off, just like 1 or 2 days, and then have a 5-day mini that would run me all the way up until I went off to Essen. Now, what happened is I basically felt just completely done, completely out. I could not for the life of me get into the right mindset to like eat properly. So I was sticking to vegetarian. There was like little bits of cheese that were coming in. There was the 1 or 2 days where I had meat and stuff. Basically, none of us in the house were feeling too great. I was feeling completely like mentally exhausted for whatever reason, and it just felt like there was a lot going on, and I didn't want to record vlogs and show you like this descent into really bad stuff, because I know that for some people, like actually just even seeing food like that is like a big thing that can really like pull you down and ruin all your progress. So instead of showing you everything while I'm in the middle of this weird point where like my brain has just gone, nah. I thought I would just wait, and I had like this big weekend coming up with Essen Spiel and showing off board games and all these people that were coming around and just this massive experience. It didn't matter if it was only a couple of days. I was trying to be good in the lead up to it. And I knew that while I was at Spiel, I wouldn't be talking about food all that much because, the options are limited. I was trying to do my best, but I was out with friends for a weekend, and there was beers and like a late night McDonald's trip and a whole bunch of other random stuff that went on. And even though while I was there, I did make some good choices. I had like a vegetarian Asian noodles dish and a couple of other different things. I ate a lot more bread rather than like meats and stuff. It just didn't pan out the way that I wanted it to pan out, diet-wise. It was about what I expected though. And then when I came back, which was on Friday night, it was like midnight, I came in, I just crashed out and just slept. I woke up on Saturday and no one was really good. And I, again, just sort of like, I was still like getting over stuff, and I just had this really hard slog of a day, the day before, where like I hadn't got back to my house up until like 1 in the morning because of delays with trains and replacement tram services and this, that and the other. And it just didn't go well again. And still didn't go well, and still didn't go well. After all of this has been going on, I've sort of like let the excuses pile up. I got a bit of a wake-up call. I was sort of like talking with Jessica Croc from Crocs in the Kitchen, because that's what I do. We just have a chat every now and again. I said something about like what I was eating, and Jessica said to me, I thought you were going compliant again, like you've had your couple of days off, like I thought you were, I thought today was like a McDougal day, like, following like potatoes or a starch for at least half your meal and like vegetables and stuff. Like, why are you eating this? And I said, well, things are going on, and there's this that I'm worried about, and I'm doing this, and like everything's like a little bit hectic. And she said, okay, but don't give up. And that really like struck me like as this, it struck me as this weird sort of, it felt like it came very much from out of the left field. Like it felt like it came from nowhere. But looking back on everything, I don't think, and I still now don't think, that I have given up or anything like that. I think I just hit a point where I was just mentally fatigued with what I was doing. I was like, I'd amp myself up into this thing of like, I have to do a Mary's Mini for 10 days, and then I take a short break, and then I do another one, and I do that, and then I take a short break, and then I do another 10 days. And I think I just kind of underestimated exactly how mentally taxing they are, because I'm always looking at them at the end of the 10 days, but like, you know, I feel good because I've lost a bunch of weight and this has happened, and you know, I think there's nothing wrong with that program. There's nothing wrong with doing that. It might just not be for me. I think I had just like cooked my brain that little bit too much. So I'm getting back into you know, sort of like easing into McDougall again. Today has been entirely vegetarian. I say that because earlier on today I had, what was it? I had a piece of gingerbread. That was it. So I had like a pasta and chili for my lunch. Then around about midday, because I've been doing a lot of IKEA flat packing and stuff. Oh God, we need to talk about that too. Blimey. Yeah, like I've been doing a lot of work, basically. I've been doing a lot of lifting and carrying and assembly and this, that, and the other. Like I've been burning off a lot more calories than normal over the past couple of days. So today I was, you know, hungry and you know, there was fruit available, but I just wanted something bready and we didn't have bread. So I ate a piece of this chocolate covered gingerbread. So with the pasta, obviously vegetarian day, not like a vegan day, but then my dinner was completely vegan as well. There was no bread, so it was just my McDougall oven fries that I make, that I've shown you me making, and just like with the leftover of the chili, which is just like a 3-bean chili. It's you know, chili, tomatoes, done. There's no oil, there's no salt, it's all fine. Yeah, so I don't know, I'm trying to get back into it, and I want to talk to you about everything that I was doing and you know, show like pictures that I took and food and all of that sort of stuff. But I don't know, I just thought it was unfair to anyone who was watching if I just all of a sudden came in and said, hey, look at all this awful stuff that I was eating. And while I had a great time away, I don't know, I think I'd let it sneak back to a point where I wasn't feeling like great, and that was just like feeding into its own cycle. So, I don't know. I'm back, I'm committed to doing the vlogs. I don't know necessarily about doing one every single day. I think given that I've had this big break and I'm having these issues getting back into it, now might be the time to like throttle back a little bit, because I've been struggling with keeping up once a day, every single day for a few weeks now, let's be fair. And I've been going for over 6 months now. So like, let's maybe throttle it down. I might do, I'll aim for one a day for the next month, and if I settle into a schedule of like 2 a week or 1 every 2 days or something like that, that's what we'll keep going forward. But I don't know, we'll see. I suppose, yeah, just like a random update. I've got all my footage from Essen on my hard drive. It's ready to be edited. It's just, there's so much of it. We're talking like multiple hours, which I'm looking forward to going through. There's a lot of walking through the halls. I didn't get to talk to a couple of people that I wanted to talk to. I didn't get to interview anyone, but it's so loud in the halls anyway. Most of it's just going to be voiceover that I'm going to have to record and then put on the video and all of that sort of stuff. Food-wise, I did take pictures of some of the stuff I was eating while I've been away. I've been taking photographs in the mirror for the stop motion time-lapse sort of thing. Every single day that I've been able to. They didn't have full-length mirrors in the hotel, and you know, like taking a photograph in my underwear while my friend is wandering around trying to get dressed is like maybe not, you know. But yeah, like I'm back. I'm disappointed in myself that I let it get to this point of taking so long off, but I know I'm gonna try and pull myself out of it and, you know, raise myself up that little bit. And I don't know, like show off a bunch of stuff. For now, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna quickly edit this down and pop it online, and I'll see you hopefully tomorrow. Okay? I hope you're having a much better time of it than I have been. Okay? Have a good one. Stick with it. Stick with it more than I did anyway. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.